Today I will be sharing this recipe of invigorating lamb, which I call nashili gosht curry. It has a special ingredient of poppy seeds, which is considered a delicacy. This recipe comes from western part of India, and I picked it up from my sister, who makes it really nice. With this curry, you can replace the lamb with any kind of meat like beef or pork or chicken, or even vegetarians can replace it with potatoes or vegetables. So to start off, we squeeze lemon juice over the meat pieces to tenderize it. You can leave it for about half an hour after putting the lemon juice, so the meat becomes tender. Um, it helps to make it faster as well if the meat is already tenderized. On this recipe, I will be using some spices, whole spices, which you can replace with any other spices of your liking. So these are the ones that I'm going to be using. So I put these spices in heated oil, and I stir it for about half a minute or so, just so they get roasted in the oil. And to this, then I would be adding pre-sauteed onions, for which I had shared the tip yesterday. This saves a lot of time if you have ready sauteed onions. And so to these onions, I am going to be adding the poppy seeds. The quantities of these ingredients, you can look at the recipe with all the details on my website and on the YouTube. After sauteing these poppy seeds and onion together for about 2 to 3 minutes, I would be adding the meat to it. I would suggest to stir the meat around, saute it a bit along with the onion, just so it also gets that brown color and uh, feels roasted. To this, we are adding frozen pre-cut grounded ginger, garlic, and green chilies. Green chilies you can avoid if you don't want it to be too hot. And then I'm putting some meat masala into it, which is like an allspice, and you can get it off the shelf at any Indian store. To this, I'm also adding salt and red chili pepper at this time. This is just before we are going to put the lid on. So we add tomatoes before we do that, and mix the tomatoes well with the onion. It's better to have pureed tomatoes because that mingles in well with all of the rest of the ingredients. So again, I'm trying to be saving time and energy and making this earth a little more greener by using a pressure cooker. So before I close the lid of the pressure cooker, I add half a glass of water and leave it on for about 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes on low fire. And then when I open up the cooker, I add some garam masala, which is allspice, and the dish is ready to serve. The meat is tenderized, the curry looks great, and it has a flavor of the spices, whole spices that we have put in. If you want, you can remove the whole spices before you serve the dish, because some people don't like spices, coming onto their plate. So that's your choice. So there you go. You have an invigorating lamb curry ready. Lamb or chicken or beef or pork or vegetable, whatever you feel like making it. I cannot emphasize enough the need to use pressure cookers, as this recipe, if cooked in a pan, will take double the time and fuel energy. Help save Earth. Consider using pressure cookers.